All right, welcome to the weekly powwow here. Um, Second to the last meeting in 2024. 12/21. Um, Man, almost 2025 already. Definitely, we've been doing this for many months. Hmm. Let me share my screen. Right. I guess I will start off with the US study.
That's 30-30.
There was a there was a fiasco last week during the FOMC news conference, and there are people out there that believe that Jerome Powell did his news conference the way he did it on purpose to kind of sabotage the markets, and we'll see. We will see. Um, so I guess did y'all watch the news conference? Did y'all watch the FOMC?
Yeah, I was.
Okay. The everybody knew we were getting a rate cut, or I think that was the prevailing thought that we were getting a rate cut. But the conference, what Jerome Powell says during the during his press conference is really what the market kind of reacts to. And you know, we did get the rate cut, and everybody is expecting a pause or was expecting a pause, like us not getting the rate cut in January. But whenever they were asking Powell, like, if he's going to pause in January, why didn't he just pause this time? The answer he was giving isn't or wasn't satisfactory, to the economists or people in the know, and that basically set off a widespread panic and a big time sell off. And you have people now in the aftermath saying that they think that he did that on purpose, um, and maybe he did, but that the reason why it's significant is because generally speaking, every Christmas you get a Santa Claus rally is what they call it. Everybody's able to make a little money before Christmas. Everybody goes into the holidays feeling great. Well, in this case, you got the opposite. You got the lump of coal because of what the chairman said during that conference or what he alluded to, and him not answering their questions whenever they were asking him um, why cut the rates now? Why not just go in a holding posture now? And what he did was he gave a rate cut this time, and he took two off the table for 2025, which sends a signal that you believe inflation is going to run hotter in 2025. So it's kind of sending mixed signals. So because those mixed signals were sent, the market kind of panicked and it sold off. But for those of us who understand how to read a chart, I think you're happy to see these pullbacks because in this case, the US 30 pulled all the way back to this order block. Um, we called it out. So some people were able to get in, and catch all this push back up. And depending on how you trade or what you believe, if you believe that we're going north, you were able to get you a good entry to go north. If you believe that we're not going north, maybe you caught that buy up, and you caught you a couple hundred points on this on this buy down here. So hopefully, if you were a US 30 trader, or if you were interested in trading it, um, hopefully you got in when we kind of called it out. I for one, I believe it is going to go up. If there's nothing to Jerome Powell's little shenanigan or charade, I believe we will go up. I know I wanted to see that imbalance get tapped into. It did it perfectly, and I believe that we will start pushing back up. Something interesting is even if Trump's policies are inflationary, which I personally believe they are, but even if they are inflationary, it's not like he's going to enact the policy, and we're going to see the inflation the next week. The markets will react because they're forward looking, but the people will have a little bit of time before y'all start boiling in that pot. So everybody will have a little time to react, to adjust, and do whatever you need to do to get yourselves where you need to be. All right, we had a closure of the 3-week candle. So this 3-week candle is a bearish order block, but to me, in my opinion, it's just bringing price back to the moving average. We retest the moving average, and it looks like we're on schedule to go north. A lot of the order blocks that were put out last night, a lot of those high pip numbers are they're gonna be order blocks on the 3-week. So if you're paying for your what is this, trading view, then you'll be able to go in and see the 3-week joints, right? All right, so gold got a bounce too. They gold bounce, depending on how you're looking at gold. We wanted to see it come to this level. I wanted to see it come to this blue box, and it didn't. I'm not saying that it can't come back down here to the blue box, but at least if you fibbed from here to here and fibbed the pullback, you had a healthy pullback. I wasn't trading gold. I don't really trade this on a regular basis. I just kind of analyze it because I know some people do trade gold. But if you're a gold trader, I think you had an opportunity to make a little dough. All right, which brings me to the nasty DAC. The nasty DAC. Where's the nasty DAC at? All right, so the NASDAQ gave us a very good pullback. It was very short. It wasn't a 12-day pullback like the US 30. But it did knock off the top. We had pushed up past this level, so you did get the top knocked off. So if you believe that the market is going to keep going north, then you would have hopefully entered down here. If you're waiting, if you're waiting to see if this is a displacement, a break of structure, and we trade it back up for another drop, I don't blame you. But I think that's really going to depend on if there's anything behind what Jerome was alluding to at the conference, when he really didn't give good answers, man. And even if Jerome thinks that inflation is going to be out of control because of the incoming president, I think he should have said that. But by him not giving an answer at all, it's an open-ended question, and it leaves people to guess. and people to wonder. So, you know, he's going to have to give an answer. And my guess is it'll be in the coming days, right? Because it's not going to go away. And you got a lot of if you follow economic content creators like economic experts, they're all over that. And I think the markets are going to react to it. I don't trade the indices on an everyday basis. I only trade if I see like moves that are advantageous to me. So you have to decide whether or not you're looking for a sell or you're looking to fill this imbalance and keep going north. And I personally, I don't think you have to make any decisions right off the bat. I mean, to me, the US 30 is a lot easier to read than the NASDAQ, but you can kind of line that up and make your own determination. Or you can just wait until after the holidays, like a lot of the Wall Street types, they had to go home like pissed off because of Jerome Powell's shenanigans. All right, let's look at the dollar because the dollar was the greatest benefactor from the news. We rejected from this area, this imbalance. We pushed into it and rejected. We pushed a little bit deeper into it, but you can see the rejection is not quite as strong. As a technical person, consequent encroachment still hasn't been breached. So I do expect the dollar to at least push up, even if it's not going to break this area. I expect it to at least push up to the consequent encroachment of that imbalance. And then I will have to wait and play it by ear and see what's going to happen then, because technically, if I'm just looking at this from a technical, technical point of view, this is a push down, this is a pullback, and I should get a sell, or I could get a sell at the 78. I know it's a lot of noise, a lot of back and forth, but at the end of the day, this is a push down, this is a pullback. We haven't even reached the 65, so we're in the zone. And as a trader, you have to take your cues or your trades based on what you're seeing in the charts. So on a higher time frame scale, we don't have enough information to make any assumptions, about a long range plan on the dollar at this point. And due to your boy Jerome Roan, I think it's more confusion than anything at this point. Now, there are some fundamental reasons that the dollar could get stronger, especially if a lot of the new president's plans are taken into consideration, because if inflation goes up, then the dollar is going to go up, and that's how it's going to be. So if that is the case, then we'll just probably get some short pullbacks and keep pushing through this area of imbalance, and then eventually create a new high. But all of that remains to be seen in the upcoming months of 2025. And just for the short term, I would just trade the dollar up, and just trade it with the normal pullbacks, right? If you get order block, in this case, you can look at this as a doji and a bullish order block. So I expect to pull back into our area. Maybe it doesn't pull all the way back in 1 week. Maybe it takes a week or two to pull back. But I'm looking for the pullback and to go a bit higher. And along with the dollar, I would look for the JPY pairs to do the same or similar sort of thing. So a pullback to this area and then buy back up. I don't know how far this would go up, but a pullback to the zone is about, I don't know, 350 pips. To the 65 is about 428. That's a great trade in itself. And then if it goes back up, you can trade it to the top. So that's, 900 pips round trip. At the end of the day, the swing high, the swing low. Everything we have is in the middle, right? So we don't have to make any long-term rash decisions, but you have about a 2,100 pip playing field. And right now we're in the middle. So as a trader, you will hear people tell you to stay out the middle. Well, we in the middle. And your anchors in the middle is this order block should protect your low, and this order block protects your high. So your trade is going to happen in this zone for now. So as price gets here, naturally, you would trade it back to this zone, right? And when your price gets to this zone, if it's going back, then you trade it back to this zone. Eventually, it has to do one or two things. It's going to break through your high, or is it going to break through your low? And if it breaks through your low, it'll be an order block up here, and then you'll trade it from this zone to this order block. So don't get overwhelmed or caught up in the hoopla of the bigger picture, especially now that it's been kind of peed on. So it's plenty of opportunity to trade, the smaller zones, and then I think we'll get a more solid outlook, in the coming weeks. All right, any questions on that?
Hey Todd, so how would the shutdown affect the markets? Uh,
Well, I don't think it's going to affect. It's not going to affect like what we trade. Maybe if the shutdown affects a government payment, which I don't foresee happening, it's not going to affect anything. I mean, we just look like a country that is in turmoil. I mean, a government shutdown is internal unless we make we miss a payment to one of our creditors. It's not going to have any effect. Um, it's interesting though. I'll tell you that, as an individual, it should at least make you raise your eyebrows, especially who called for the shutdown. Some South African dude called for the shutdown. It's very interesting. These are interesting times indeed.
I agree. I agree.
Friday. Was NZD. I think we have some good opportunities to take some lower hanging fruit trades. All right, this 3-week candle is about a 300 pip candle. I know NZD doesn't move. It's not the fastest moving pair, right? But this thing has been like on a slow drip for, it seems like, for months, but probably weeks is probably a better answer. And you see how far it went down. You see how price came. Price gave you the chalk, and price started pushing up. to me, this is a low-hanging fruit trade. And you can see the retracement, right? So even if you don't believe it's going to retrace to the 75%, right? Even if you don't believe that this gap is going to be filled, or you don't believe that it's coming way back up here, if you just fib this one candle and you look for your golden zone, right? And you just traded it back to this golden zone for you lower time frame traders. This is 104 pips. It's 104 pips of to me, it's one of the easiest trades that already turned and burned. We got the closure on the other side of the moving average. We got the pullback. This trade, to me, it probably won't get much easier than this trade. And if you don't trade it, you don't trade it. But I'm just showing you the low hanging fruit, man, because this is pretty low hanging fruit in my little opinion. Right. And my personal favorite. Okay. Solana's nasty behind. All right. So for me, we got this nasty pullback out of the way, right? We tapped this imbalance, and we got a little rejection at the bottom, which made me feel a little bit better because I got a little change in this. My interest is that this thing goes a lot higher. So I was a little bit nervous when your boy Jerome Rome acted a donkey. Okay, when you come down to this to this daily chart, why do I have these durable good orders? Okay, it came down here to the daily chart. I was happy to see this huge rejection off this imbalance. We pushed up. So the way I'm looking at this is this was your push up, and this is a pullback. So I'm going to look to get into this on my Forex account for a buy. I have a spot, Solana in my crypto wallet, but I'm gonna trade this up in a leverage trade position with my broker because for me, this was a push up, this is a pullback, and an opportunity going forward. You don't have to have a huge lot size, guys, if you're gonna take this trade. We don't need to be, we don't have to try to become a millionaire off of a $20 Forex account. But all I'm saying is we all have the ability to read a chart. And this is one of the things that my brother always talks about. A lot of times as a group, we're in this group and we see these types of moves, and we all can see what chart it's on. The daily is not a super high time frame, but for a lot of you, the daily is a much higher time frame than you actually trade. But if you see this trade on the daily chart, you see that it did a push up, right? We broke this structure right here. We pushed up, we pulled back from that break structure to the 78. And our skill set will tell us that the next stop on this chart should be 293, right? Almost 300. If it goes to the 61.8, which most of us believe that it probably will, look at the price, 332. If it goes to the 100, like some people believe it will, 371. All that's immaterial. This is a great, or it could be a great opportunity, if you see it that way, to get into a trade at the optimal trading entry and take that trade, even if you just take it to equal highs, That's a 84 point move. It might be worth your while, even if, I know some of y'all don't look at this and you don't trade it, but I'm just I'm pointing it out because it's a like a flashing red light, right? This is no different than that Tesla trade that we talked about. I don't know if you guys remember. The time frame is different, but we had this Tesla trade and we talked about this move up and this pullback. I remember, talking about, or actually it was this move up and the pullback. I remember us talking about taking this trade, and although that was many moons ago, right? This trade happened in the summertime, but look at where it is now. If we had got in the summertime, and I know some of y'all can't hold your trade, but here's an example of what could happen. And we show up next summer, right? In May of 2025, and we're looking at this Solana move, and maybe Solana's up here somewhere. So just something to think about, and put it in your hip pocket. Maybe you want to put it in your demo account. That to me that works too, because your demo account will show you the things that could be possible if you take the trade with your real account. I know you're not going to make money in the trade on your demo account, but it will allow you to experience the trade, the length of it, how it feels, holding it or whatever. All right, any questions over that? Does everybody have a trading style that they understand? Is anybody lost as a trader? Bruh, how many people is in here? 17 people. Okay, I believe y'all. So nobody's lost. Everybody has a style. Even if you're not profitable in your trading style, maybe you have like self-discipline issues. All that's understandable. But if you're in the group, there's no reason to be lost, because we have people who have trading styles that work. And if you need a trading style that works, then you should get with somebody that has a style that works, and then implement that style. You'll have to implement it the way that you trade. You can't mimic somebody's trading style per se, but you can implement it with different concepts. And if you're a person that's struggling with your discipline or your technique, then you have to implement something that will help you overcome your personal issues. And if you don't do that, just don't trade with real money. Just stay in the demo until you get that worked out, because you're not going to do anything but pee your profits into the wind. All right. So do y'all have anything else? Because if not, Brett, I got a video for you, man.
I got a question before you go to your video.
Yes, ma'am.
I think I heard you say that you're expecting the US 30 to go up, but then you also said that Jerome got the dollar going up, and that doesn't make sense to me.
Well, let's talk about it.
Because then the US 30 breaks structure to the downside. So, like, you expect to pull back up, but you expect it to go lower.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, homegirl.
Okay.
Hold up. Okay, the US 30, where did it broke structure on what time frame?
Not the monthly.
Not the monthly. Not the monthly. Okay. Okay. Hey, now here I'm on a 3 week.
You're still too high. Go to the
Okay, but
weekly
hey, go to what, 2 week?
or the weekly.
Hey, let me go to the 2 week. You know, I like to walk this thing down.
No, not the 2 week either.
Break that structure. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Okay, the week.
There you go.
Okay, you're talking about this swing low. It broke structure. Came down, right?
Yeah,
I,
but
I
now that I
agree.
look at it, I see it. I
I agree
see
with
it
you.
upward.
You feel that imbalance. Now we're going up. So there's an imbalance here. You see this imbalance?
Mm-mm.
Okay, let me clear all my drawings up. Now you see the imbalance from this candle to this candle.
Yeah,
So if you're trading this back up, you should know that you're going to get a reaction at that imbalance, consequent encroachment or whatever. So if you got into this buy on Friday, if you got in down here, you know you're gonna TP at this imbalance, whether you TP at the beginning or at the middle, because you're going to get a reaction. The trade is not just going straight up, right? It's going to react to the various points. So the price came, tapped into this level, it's going to react. Some people are looking at this trade as doing this. Other people, like maybe you might look at this trade as doing this. But at the end of the day, the trade has to come here first,
right.
right? I personally, I'm on this ship, on this first level ship. I believe that this will happen. But
So that makes sense to me if the dollar is going to turn and burn south.
well, listen, I'm a believer that the dollar is going to turn and burn. I
I've been
believe.
waiting on it, but it keeps
Well,
pushing higher.
that Jerome Powell didn't help it.
Yeah.
But over the next coming weeks, we will see. Now, but just because I believe this doesn't mean I'm blindly trading this up. You got to take you got a TP here, and then you got to wait, right? Okay, I'll show you something that I find very interesting. Let me look at GJ. Okay. You see this bearish order block?
Yep.
Why didn't we close up here above this candle? We took the liquidity.
I mean, is there any unfinished business above here?
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
there's
see
always
any.
unfinished, but there's unfinished business down here too. I mean, there's unfinished business here. There's always going to be unfinished business. But in the recent price action, we were here. We were here. We were here this day. What day is this? This was Thursday. We were here. Why didn't we stay here? Grab that liquidity though. So to me, I just got to try to put the context clues together. And we'll see. But there's too many people who came out to call Jerome Powell out. Too many. I find that interesting too. If it was just my brother calling Jerome Powell out, I would be like, whatever. But it's a lot of economists.
They called him out how? They say he said a whole lot of nothing?
Yeah, they said that he crashed he crashed the market.
Well, the US 30 did drop like 1,400 pips that day.
Yeah, like this dude calls him out too. Like these dudes aren't just saying, like they know too. They know the same thing that Powell knows, right? Like they see things in a similar manner. There's always going to be a division. We don't all think the same, right? In this group, you can read a chart, your husband read a chart, Kim, Andrew, how come we all don't come up with the same thing? There's going to be a little bit of dissension, right? But for the most part, we all understand what a bullish order block means. We expect price to either go up or sell back to the order block before going up. But what all these dudes are saying is that was intentional. And maybe it was a shot across the bow to Trump. Trump and Powell have a little beef. You know what I'm saying?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know Trump and Powell don't like each other?
I mean, I don't know anybody that Trump really does like, but no, I didn't know that.
Well, that too. But Trump and Powell have a history. And a lot of people believe that he did that to screw people at Christmas. They're not blaming Powell for this. They're going to blame Trump for that. You know what I'm saying? So there's a school.
Wait, how can they blame Trump for it and Trump's not even in office yet?
Well, hold on, sis. Hold on.
You just saying a lot and it's sparking all these questions.
So who shut down the government?
I guess Congress, right? Because they didn't agree on a budget and they're trying not to agree on a budget until Trump gets in.
Well, who called for that?
Wait, so did it shut down? Did they didn't do a CR?
No, they didn't do no CR.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But why didn't they?
They did.
Oh, okay.
Why didn't they?
She said they did.
No, when today?
Last night.
Oh, they got it done last night. So why did they scrap? But it's not passed. The first.
Oh no, it's not. It's just
yeah. Okay. So, but why didn't they get it done? They
because
had one.
Trump's not in office.
No, they had one, guys. They had one. It was in hand.
A budget?
No, they passed that. It passed last night. Like I gotta go to work on Monday. Okay.
Well, listen, all of y'all, you're all. I mean, are you critical?
No,
And
we all go to work on Monday. We're all going back to work on Monday. Well, I'm not going to work because I'm on vacation, but we are going to work on Monday.
But
my vacation starts Monday.
I get it. So why when they had a budget, they had a budget they all agreed on, why didn't it pass on Friday?
Because of President Musk. Oh, sorry, my bad.
That's what happened.
No, but they never passed one.
Because Trump told Johnson and his boys not to pass it. He didn't agree with them.
Yeah, but Musk really did that. But yeah, you're right. But the president who's not in office is the one that told them not to pass it. Go back and redo it.
So Biden has just signed the stopgap bill, though. He just signed it.
Okay, that's fine. But what I'm saying is the information you gave me, Kenya, I'm talking to Kenya, the information you gave me, you said, how can they blame Trump when he's not in office? He's the one that's pulling the strings.
I guess I feel like this is typical every 4 years. Like when we're getting a new leadership, they do pass a CR until, like, I don't know a year that we haven't had a CR.
Kenya.
That's not true.
When have they passed a budget? When's the last time a budget was passed?
No,
what's up?
That's been a while.
Yeah, so yeah, they pass a CR every year. But
right.
it ain't just
except the last when Trump was in office.
Continuing resolution.
They didn't pass it because we're not working for Christmas. I remember.
No, but what I'm saying, guys, is Congress's job is to pass a budget. They haven't done it since Bush was in office.
Mm-hmm.
George Bush. They've only done continuing resolutions. Continuing resolutions is a made up thing. That has become the standard, but that was never the standard. But your boy, our co-president is the one that called for them not to pass the tenets of a bill that they had both agreed, bipartisan, they agreed to this bill. And then your boy Musk said, no, don't pass it. We'll shut the government down. So they all had to stay, right? And my point is this: it doesn't matter that the new administration is not in the office if they have their influence because they're coming in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I guess to me it makes walking around sense too, right? Like, why would Biden sign the budget that Trump is gonna have to execute?
Well, he's going to sign it because the government has to keep going. I mean, if he agrees with that budget, he's going to sign it.
What are you guys talking about?
What's that?
I say, what are you guys talking about?
We're talking about the dysfunction in the U.S. government. Yeah, as far as that dollar going up and down, like the Fed has a lot of influence because the Fed is the one that implements the policy, the fiscal policy. And by Jerome Powell not giving you your Christmas bonus, your Christmas rally, that puts a sour taste in people's mouths. So that's why these economists or these other people are saying, man, like Jerome did that on purpose.
Okay, yeah, that actually does make more sense.
You already know Jimmy's the best in the pool.
Yeah, so it is what it is. It'll be interesting in 2025, if nothing else. This is going to be a good trade. If it just comes back to the zone, 247 to the zone, 319 to the 319 to the 65. That's where that double bottom is. This is where I can target that pretty easily. There's imbalance here. I have a chalk. I have a pullback. I have a bearish order block. I have a pullback to that bearish order block. It just looks like when the market opens, we should get a turn and burn. Good trade setup, in my opinion. Anywho, y'all say y'all got y'all's good stuff. Y'all's plan. Man, I was gonna show y'all a good video too, man. Y'all know where Uruguay is?
It's in South America, right?
But yeah, I bet. Okay, it's on the southern border of Brazil and Argentina. Pretty cheap.
It is the second smallest country in South America. Uruguay is a small country located in South America, bordered by Brazil to the north and Argentina to the west. It has a population of around 3.5 million people, and its capital and largest city is Montevideo. It is the second smallest country in South America. It has one of the highest literacy rates in the world, and it is known for its progressive social policies. Welcome back to the Travel Guide. In today's video, we will be highlighting Uruguay and everything it has to offer. This destination is great for travelers looking for a laid-back and relaxed atmosphere. as well as a variety of natural and cultural attractions. The country boasts beautiful beaches, rolling hills, and lush forests. Uruguay is known for its safety and stability, making it a worry-free destination for travelers. Things to do. Visit the historic city of Colonia del Sacramento. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a charming colonial town founded in the 17th century by the Portuguese. Visitors can stroll along the cobblestone streets, admire the well-preserved architecture, and visit the historic lighthouse. Relax on the beach. Uruguay has a long coastline that offers a variety of beaches, from the bustling seaside resorts of Punta del Este to the quieter and more secluded beaches of Rocha. Visitors can enjoy swimming, sunbathing, and a variety of water sports. Explore the countryside. The interior of Uruguay is a beautiful landscape of rolling hills and lush forests. Visitors can take a hike, go horseback riding, or take a bike tour to explore the natural beauty of the country. Visit the Museo del Hombre y la Tecnología. This museum, located in Montevideo, offers an interesting insight into the history and culture of the indigenous people of Uruguay and the technological development of the country. Visitors can admire a collection of artifacts, interactive exhibits, and audio-visual displays. Visit Estadio Centenario. This is a soccer stadium located in Montevideo, Uruguay. It was built in 1930 for the first World Cup, and it was the main stadium of the tournament. The stadium has a capacity of around 80,000 people, and it is considered a historical landmark for soccer fans. Visitors can take a tour of the stadium and learn about the history of soccer in Uruguay and the significance of the stadium for the country and the world. Transportation options. The most popular mode of transportation is by bus, which connects all major cities and towns in the country and is considered one of the safest and most comfortable ways to travel. Visitors can also rent a car or take a taxi, which are also widely available. Places to stay. Uruguay offers a wide range of options for visitors, from luxury resorts to budget-friendly hostels. In cities like Montevideo and Punta del Este, visitors can find high-end hotels and resorts, while in other towns and rural areas there are more budget-friendly options such as bed and breakfasts and campgrounds. Additionally, there are vacation rental options available like apartments, houses, and villas. Local cuisine. Known for its delicious traditional dishes such as asado, barbecue, chivito, a sandwich made with steak, and dulce de leche, a sweet milk caramel, visitors can indulge in these and other local specialties at one of the many traditional restaurants. Best time to visit. The summer months of December to February are the peak tourist season and the best time to visit if you're looking to enjoy the beaches and warm weather. However, if you're interested in experiencing the countryside, visiting colonial towns, or exploring the cultural scene, the spring months of September to November are a great time to visit. The weather is milder, the crowds are smaller, and the countryside is in bloom. In conclusion, Uruguay is a small but mighty country located in South America that offers a unique blend of natural beauty and cultural richness. With its beautiful beaches, rolling hills, and colonial towns, it is a great destination for travelers looking for a laid-back and relaxing experience. Its progressive social policies, high literacy rates, and stability make it a worry-free destination. Uruguay's accessibility, safety, and delicious traditional cuisine are also an added bonus. With so much to see and do, it is definitely worth considering for your next travel adventure. With that, we've reached the end of our video.
Another destination. Get your paper right. Get your trading career there. You might need to disappear.